Hi guys, welcome in. My name is Dexion Dusk. I am your favorite non-binary dragon, and this is the third time that I'm recording this. I think I'm just not used to it being live. I'm so used to like being able to like check the chat that it's weird for me just to sit here and talk to you guys now. Strange. Anyway, but we're gonna do it today because time is getting away from me. And again, I've done this 3 times, so I have less time than I started with. I do have a lot of announcements, but things are still in the works. So for now, I'm just going to promote my upcoming reader circle workshop. It's at Queendom Cultivation, 8450 West Sahara. That'll be on Saturday, the 22nd. I will have a link here for more details. Great place for you guys to come through and practice out your divination tools. If you use tarot or oracle cards, if you use bones, if you just get psychic downloads, however you receive your message, if you want to come practice that skill and kind of learn from others, it's a great environment to do so. So, for the collective, first of all, it is Wednesday and it is very windy. So, this is a great day to challenge your perceptions. Earlier, like when I was saying that, I got personality. So, I do think that there are some self discovery, some self healing, even like some shadow work that's going on here with us as a collective, as a community. We are kind of diving into our shadow. We're diving into the parts of ourselves that we're not comfortable with, or the sides of ourselves that we try to keep hidden, to discover a more authentic us, to be able to bring that part of us back inside of us, inside of our union with harmony. Um, Also, Mercury retrograde happens next week. The first of the eclipses also happens next week. So, as we're moving into the latter part of this week and then definitely for next week, I will say make sure that you are grounding, make sure that you are meditating, that you are connecting with your guides because they are going to give you things, tools for you to get through this season. I heard tools very loudly, very distinctly, but also they're going to give us like messages that will ground us. So, for example, I just finished the book The Shack. I don't know if you guys have read the book or seen the movie. When I first came around, I it was very churchy to me when I was leaving the church or kind of separating myself from the Bible and like all of that stuff. So I was very standoffish about it. Even here recently, another one of my ladies who comes to my reader circle and has been through my tarot class, she recommended it and she was like, "Yeah, I was kind of the same way, but if you read it, it tells you a lot about like I don't know, divinity, about having a relationship with spirit. Yes, my ear is ringing. About having a personal connection with that source, and religious, all these rules, all of these practices, all of these requirements that we put on each other. It's not really needed. That's not what they want for us. So I had a whole experience with that, and that really changed how I relate to spirit, just adding a lot of flavor. So again, I feel like that's an experience that you guys might be having, whether it is through a book or through a movie. Um, Pocahontas is another thing that I was told to I was told to watch, and as I was watching it, I was like, "Damn, I didn't know that it was this deep." And I went a very long time talking down on Pocahontas. Very long time. And I was clearly working out of shadow because, honey, there was a lot of things that came through. A lot of things. I can also see why I didn't like it as a child. But anyway, um, all of that being said, I'm going to pull some cards for the collective. I'm going to use this black tarot, which I think I've told the story about how I got this deck. If not, I might tell that one day. So I'm just going to see. Also, sorry that the camera's like in my face. I don't have my normal setup. It's at work. And I didn't think that I would be recording at home. So, all right. So, all right. We have the Seven of Knives. Ooh, and then the Mother of Wands. I feel like there's something else here. I don't feel like I shuffled, but they've been doing this a lot, and because it's two cards, that's also been significant. So if you have been seeing twos or 22 or 222, those numbers can be very significant. To me, two is very the number of woman. It's the number of companionship. It's a number of communication to some degrees. I don't know why they said communication. I guess it's because it's a two-way street, relationships. Um, yeah, so twos might be significant for you, but we have the Seven of Knives, and then we also have the Mother of Wands. So, Seven of Wands, especially this one, it talks about being secretive, but being like aggressively secretive. Like, you see how he's in this dojo and then he has all of these like spears around him and he's like, okay, like if you're trying to touch one of these, I'm gonna bust you in your nose. It's very much that energy. So I feel like, and they're bringing me back to the wind. Um, these new awarenesses or these new shifts in your personality or in your understanding of the spiritual, you might be hiding or might be keeping those close to your chest. You might feel like you need to protect some kind of a secret as that's happening. And yes, when certain information is revealed to us, we're not supposed to just blab it and tell it to the whole entire universe, right? So if you are getting downloads about like your past life or, you know, your ancestry or what's been passed down to you through spiritual means, yeah, you don't need to go on Instagram or Twitter and just blast that to the whole entire world. On the other hand of that, though, I feel like if you are having different awarenesses about spirit or like your understanding of the divine, it's okay to share those with people. You don't have to be in quite a fight mode. Like, there's nothing that like someone can take from you. Again, use your own discernment with that. I feel like some of you might be in like I kind of feel like it's twofold, and that's why it's splintering. Because I feel like there's a group of you that like you're in a mode where, or you're in an environment where you're always challenged about your ideas, or like other people around you are very opinionated, and it's hard to have a strong footing on what you understand to be true and not incorporate their views. So again, you might need to be a little bit more defensive. Just don't be aggressive, okay? Even if a fight breaks out or even if they really try to challenge you, just know that you can walk away. You don't have to really engage in that. And then others of you, I feel like it's just like the newness of this understanding, like it's this new chapter that you really want to keep sacred. You really want to make sure that no one takes it from you, or no one, tries to put their own little spin on it while you're still developing. Again, use your own discernment. Now, next, with the Mother of Wands, um, hmm, whatever your whatever you're defending, it's like a part of your power. It's a part of your allure. It's a part of your attraction. Again, I feel like some of us have found different sides of ourselves, and it's made us feel more. It's connected us to our more sensual, sexual side, our creative side. The Mother of Wands is very captivating, very attractive. So as you do this work inside of yourself, they're giving me kind of like the moth like to the flame. As you bring light into your shadow, your light, your aura is just going to become that much brighter. Okay. Um, and so people might come to you and be like, "Hey, how did you do that? Why are you glowing?" all of a sudden, are you pregnant? People love to ask that. Why are you glowing? Are you pregnant? No, I just have done self healing. Um, Again, if you want to share your secrets to your transformation into your glow up, you can. If there are people that you need to be, if you need to be selective on who you tell all of this to, then you do that for yourself, okay? And again, I feel like a lot of you guys are going to be in different situations, so you guys are going to be making different choices. Can I have two more cards for the collective? Thank you. We have the Ace of Baskets in reverse. Ace of Baskets in reverse. I was just saying what's been passed down to you. Oh, okay. 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 um, Hold on, we'll get to that here in a second. So we have the Ace of Baskets, we have the Hierophant in reverse, yep, and then we have the Mother of Baskets. So we have two mothers out here. We have the Mother of Wands and the Mother of Baskets. Moms, women might be a big theme for you. Maybe even tapping into your more feminine side. Um, mm, Especially with these two, with the wands in baskets, I feel like these are the more like sensual, sexual of the mothers of the queens. And so yeah, some of you are just like tapping into your feminine side. And because of that, you're going through kind of like again a glow up, a transformation, a ascension even. And people might come to you and be like, okay, how did you do that? What did you do? I'm gonna be real honest. I feel like with the Hierophant in reverse out here, I feel like some of these people are going to be non-genuine people in the spiritual like in the spiritual community, just reaching out to you to like add to their allure and appeal. It's very much like not quite jealousy, not quite envy, but it's like, let me take what they did and just apply it to me so that I can get more views or I can get more success or I can get more awareness. Not so much of like, how can this help me? How can I incorporate this into my own practices? It's just about like superficial stuff. It's never deep with the Hierophant in reverse. So yeah, that whole thing that I've been kind of going back and forth about. Yeah, some of you will have to be very selective and use your discernment on who you share certain things with. With the Ace of Baskets here, this just kind of feels like an outpouring to me. First, with the Ace of Baskets in reverse, it always feels like a releasing of sorts, usually. Um, but here, yeah, it feels like you've turned over your cup and you kind of poured out anything that you no longer need. You've gone through a kind of like emotional cleanse, which feels really, really good. The other side of this, though, this card in particular, it has an ancestor putting like a wreath or like flowers in this guy's beard, I believe, and that's his transitioned ancestor father. Giving him flowers, giving him love, and lifting him up. That's his legacy that he's leaving behind is love. But when it's in reverse, I can kind of see this as like family like dysfunction. And this can be generational curses. This could be, other darkness or hurt or pain or suffering or trauma that has been passed down your ancestral line. I'm kind of seeing it move through a tree as like mercury, like a silvery substance. Um, yeah, some of you are all the synchronicities. My dad was just talking about a silver snake like yesterday while we were on the phone. It's crazy. So yeah, I feel like some of you guys have been sucking out of the poison. You've been sucking the poison out of yourself, and then that's also translated into you helping out your ancestors. That's you also helping your ancestral like lineage. Um, I feel like there's varying like degrees on that. So for some of you, it's just about like awareness. It's just about, journaling, or, taking little different things. For others of you, it's therapy. It's getting like medical treatment. It's actually reconciling like with people in your life, or like reconciling like with yourself about different things that you've gone through. And then others of you, I feel like there's layers. And then others of you, you've gone through like either like ceremonies or practices or rituals. You could be heavily working with your guides at this time, and you guys are kind of doing this work together. And especially if you're in that last group, do not share that with everybody. Okay, I know that a lot of us want to make content out of everything, but that seems very sacred, and you're only supposed to like share it with who you're supposed to share it with, not everybody. Um, Okay, and so then lastly, as you kind of go through this emotional healing and this emotional cleansing, you emerge as the mother of baskets. So you start out with confidence. You start out with this inner power and letting this kind of encircle you, engulf you, like for a bit, and then you emerge out of this as someone who is deeply healing, someone who is deeply engaged in other people's emotions. You can connect and really honor and hold space for other people because you can do that for yourself. Because you can do that for yourself because you already have been doing that for yourself. I really like this reading. What time? Oh, what time is it? Okay, 10:10. We got like 10 minutes. All right, so I'm going to see what's on the bottom. We have the Nine of Knives in reverse. Love it. This is you getting rid of anxiety. This is you. I just heard freedom. This is you gaining freedom. Freedom in your mind, freedom in your peace, freedom in your well being. Ooh, it feels really calm. I love that energy. Daughter of Wands, more wands, and then the Mother of Knives in reverse with the Death card underneath that, the Ten of Knives in reverse, and then Justice in reverse. Oh, this right here. Oh, makes me cry. Okay, so we'll get there. The daughter daughter of wands. Here I can kind of see meaning like you might find the urge to travel. You might find the urge to pursue things that you are very passionate about. This might be you tapping into that Aries season energy, or you being activated by the eclipse or the Mercury retrograde, and you're like, okay, it's time for me to go. It's time for me to spend this energy. It's time for me to do something. Um, Again, spirit, your guides are going to tell you exactly what you need to be doing at this time, so be able to listen, just to make sure that you're using your time wisely. Okay, so then we have our third mother out here. We have the Mother of Knives. This card has been coming up a lot in the collective. So let me just go over it really fast. The Mother of Knives is someone, when it's upright, she has a beautiful mind. Her words are impactful, beautiful, poetic. She just always has the right thing to say. The Mother of Knives, because it is air, she can also be quite psychic, but it's like analytical. It's like factual, like spirituality versus like the King of Cups, which is very woo woo, very healer esque, right? So that's where she is upright. When she's in reverse, that mind and those words become tainted. So with her mind, the Queen of Wands becomes so focused on the past, so focused about how she's been hurt or how something ended, how something went, that it's preventing her from being here in the present. Or she's so stressed about the future or how something's going to go, or not knowing, and not being able to sit in that unknowing. That's a way that her mind becomes tainted. Her words become tainted, where that beauty becomes weapons. And instead of giving healing words, giving insight, it becomes sharp stabs and slices, and all of pain. So if you are finding yourself feeling stagnant, if you are feeling yourself feeling vengeful or hateful, if you're feeling yourself replaying a certain scenario over and over again in your head, look to see how that has impacted not only your energy, but how you've come out to other people. Because oftentimes, again, the Queen of Swords is going to be more vicious. For others of you where you're encountering this type of person, give them grace and release them. Let them go. Sometimes the best thing that we can do for people is to forgive them and then move on. Because ultimately, what this queen wants is attention, and I'm gonna leave it at that. So, but underneath the queen, okay, we have the death card, we have the 10 of swords in reverse, and then we have justice in reverse. So yeah, this queen is really focused on something that went wrong, how she's been done wrong, how justice was not in her favor, how, karma didn't work for her, maybe even questioning why her guides even let her go through that like in the same place. And again, just because it's a mother doesn't mean that this has to be female. Okay, if you are male and watching this and it's resonating, surprise, you're the mother of knives. We're all the mothers, we're all the kings and the fathers and all that fun stuff. Okay, anyway, but yeah, she's really focused on this past like situation where she thinks that, or she did not receive justice. But underneath that, you have the death card, and then you have the 10 of swords in reverse. This right here is like moving on from that space in the biggest way. 10 of swords just by itself is healing from pain. You see that? Everything that I was just talking to, this is where the queen currently is. And I feel like for you, or for the person watching this, you are in the process of again healing a lot of your past. You're in the process of moving past a lot of painful experiences that you've been through, and you're doing it through death. So you're allowing that chapter to end and for you to be transformed. You're allowing spirit for the natural process of time to take its effect, to use its magic to move you from one space like to the other. And again, this queen might be looking at you very triggered because they haven't been able to do that. So if you can offer this energy to this queen, offer them time to, or offer them space to really work on their stuff, or really acknowledge that, hey, this did go wrong in the past, but there's still time for you to move forward. Then you do that. If you just need to be like, I'm just going to cut ties and go about my day, then you absolutely do that as well. Okay, again, I feel like a lot of you guys are going to be in different scenarios, so you're going to be having different options at this time. So I'm going to shuffle. I would usually pull some oracle cards, but again, we gotta go. We gotta go. So I'm just going to see what's on the bottom of the deck. And as I do, I'm just going to thank everyone's guides, all of our ancestors, our angels, everything in between for coming through and helping with this reading. Thank you guys for being here. I now release you with love and gratitude. So, Ace of Baskets in reverse. Yes. Yes. Really making sure that you are letting go of the past, that you are looking at what's been passed down to you energetically, emotionally, from your family, from your parents, from your ancestral lineage, and seeing what you are doing, what you are capable of doing, of shifting that, like within yourself. How can you suck the poison out of your generational trauma? How can you remove the mercury from your tree? That is your, as my friend Phoenix would say, homework. That's your homework until the next time I see you. All right, so I'm going to end it there. I will be at Queendom today from 11 to 8. And then all of my services you can find on my website, dexyondust.com. Yeah, and like the video, share. And until next time, I hope you guys have a great day. Bye.